Hello and welcome back to Tommy's Top Shelf Comics. I'm Tommy, joined by Murphy.
Hello.
We're back with this week's top 5 plus an honorable mention comics this week. They were last week's next week's comics, but now it is that next week because it's this week. So we're going to talk about them. First,
I like watching when you start like looking around trying to figure out
where I'm going. Yeah.
Top five
It's
and a
always a
half
maze.
this week.
Yeah, it's always a maze within my head.
Yeah,
But
like your eyes just go off, and I'm like, okay.
and we are both very nasally. We are both very congested, so I apologize for our sniffing. Gross.
It's that
We're
winter
gross.
time, dude.
It is.
It's that
For
winter
real.
time.
It's rough. But our honorary mention is Star Wars Return of the Jedi, the 40th anniversary covers by Chris Sprouse. Number 1. Celebrate 4 decades of Return of the Jedi by reliving the original trilogy thrilling climax in a brand new way. Acclaimed artist Chris Sprouse retells the events of the film across 40 highly sought after variant covers. Each one tells a chapter of the familiar story. Princess Leia and the rebels make a daring bid to rescue their friend Han Solo from the ruthless Jabba the Hutt. Luke Skywalker learns another shocking family secret with a devastating second Death Star close to completion. A thrilling battle breaks out on the nearby forest moon of Endor, home of the Ewoks. And get ready for Luke's unforgettable showdown with Darth Vader and the Emperor, as you've never seen it before.
That's pretty cool. I didn't actually realize that's what this was.
Hmm?
I thought it was like, just covers, but the fact that it's like one dude
A connecting
retelling the movie, like in
Yeah.
connecting covers, that's pretty sweet.
Yeah.
That's just a cool idea. I assume they probably do that often, but I never realized what they were.
They've done similar things in the past. They're like, oh, Star Wars, slap Star Wars on it. People will buy it.
I mean, Return of the Jedi, man. What a
40
good one.
years. 40 years. Older than me. But now we're on to our true top 5, starting with our number 5, Lotus Land. Number 1.
So this one's coming from Boom Studio, killing the game. In a Vancouver of the future painted with ultra-modern decay, a groundbreaking advancement in technology promises an end to entropy itself. But when an attack on this mysterious Keeper program threatens the lives of everyone tied to it, retired police detective Benny Strickman is called to investigate one last case. Eisner-winning and Harvey-nominated writer and director Darcy Van Polgeest is joined by rising star artist Caio Felipe for this timely and thought-provoking look into the human condition, set in a dystopia that's as grounded as it is metaphysical. That cover is pretty sweet.
It is. It's very fourth wall breaking because it almost looked like a ripped page.
I like the thought this is going to be just like, that grizzled cop for one last case, and it's probably going to go terribly wrong.
Yeah.
Boom's got such good books coming out too, though.
I just really like the phrase "look into the human condition," like the condition of being human.
Yeah, and probably what it's like look at what it's like now in our life. You actually go to a real future dystopia.
Oh, yeah.
Canadian.
They do things a little different up there.
What's a British Columbian apocalypse look like? Or, well, dystopian future.
Trailer Park Boys, basically.
Kind of.
But moving on to our number 4 this week, we have the Ministry of Compliance. Eisner Award-nominated comic book writer John Ridley delivers a bold new vision of science fiction with the Ministry of Compliance. 37 years ago, Earth was secretly invaded by an alien force known as the Devolution, and they have Devolution, and they have been shaping the direction humanity has been going in ever since to prepare us to be assimilated into their empire. The de-evolution? De-evolution? Is that what we're deciding?
Devolution, I think.
Devolution has 13 ministries, each responsible for manipulating a different aspect of human life. The Ministry of Compliance, the most feared of all the ministries, led by the fierce Abigail Senna, makes sure all the ministries stay in line and remain focused on the de-evolution mission. Devolution's mission. As it appears, the ministry's mission is on the verge of being completed and Earth will be assimilated. Things begin to go terribly wrong, and a conspiracy among the ministries breaks out that Abigail must deal with head on. The beginning of Comics' next sci-fi epic in an oversized debut issue from John Ridley and acclaimed artist Stefano Raphael. Ministry of Compliance.
They really took you for a loop on that.
Man, tongue twisters and devolution, de-evolution.
It's fine, Tommy. You can say assimilated, dude. It's
assimilated.
Now this one seems pretty cool, and I don't particularly know a lot of John Ridley stuff, but the things I have read, I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, I enjoyed I Am Batman, and I read one of the other history of the DC universe, but
yeah. But then, Stefano Raphael's art has been, he's been killing it at DC these days. Yeah. I like his stuff a lot, but the story just seems pretty cool. And I feel like it's going to end up in some alien on alien violence if, the Ministry of Compliance has to get involved and beat down on the other ministries.
Yeah. John Ridley was a director before he was a writer.
Oh, writer. I didn't put two and two together that that's the same person.
Barbershop?
Yeah, I didn't realize that was him.
Yep. Undercover Brother? Yep.
Yeah. And that movie still I didn't now, that's a whole different thing. Big fan.
No, this one was giving me very House of Slaughter vibes with the different ministries and kind of like the different houses and their different roles.
Kind of what I was thinking too.
Pretty cool stuff.
And it's a big issue.
Yeah, oversized issue to kick off this new sci-fi epic. So, we also have another sci-fi epic, one a little more established, in Star Wars Visions. Star Wars. Peach Momoko.
I like that Peach Momoko's name is just in the title now.
It's just Star Wars Visions. Peach Momoko.
Peach Momoko brings her unique storytelling to a galaxy far, far away. Centuries after the death of a great dark Sith Lord, a cult has grown worshipping this Sith Lord in the dark side. Hancock believes she is the successor to the legacy of the Sith and her dark side powers. But is she truly in tune with the Force, or is she just exploiting the people in her village? Keiko and Jell are about to come face to face with the truth, even if it kills them. Like, that's the type of stuff that this series has done. Like the show on Disney Plus, each episode is something like that.
Which you keep telling me that I need to watch, and I haven't watched.
It's just made for Peach Momoko. It really is. Like, cool. Especially after, like, I've watched both seasons of it, and it so much is her style. Like where she, it's like playful art, but very dark and gritty. At the same time,
I'm here for it.
So I'm pumped that this is like specifically that this is the Star Wars that she's getting.
Well, it's just one issue.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, it's going to be a one-off.
Yeah.
But it's like this, like that. She did the one story in the Darth Vader book, the Red, White, and Blood or whatever, Black, White, and Blood.
Yeah, Black, White, and Red.
Yeah, that one. She had one story in there, and it was really cool. But I think that this, like, the way they've let these creators go free with the Visions stuff, I think is going to make her issue super cool.
Yeah, I really like the Demon Days book she did.
Yeah,
with the X-Men and stuff.
Exactly. When they had to they gave her free reign though.
Yeah.
And those got so much crazier than just the X-Men too. They did Civil War.
Yep.
Like,
yeah. That's
but
neat.
also Peach Momoko, man, she's killing the game.
Talking about killing the game, we got James Tynion back again with another horror book.
Image number 1.
The Deviant number 1. As snow falls over Milwaukee in 1972, a blood-stained Santa Claus commits unimaginable atrocities against young men. 50 years later, a troubled young writer interviews this so-called deviant killer who still maintains his innocence from behind bars. And as Christmas approaches once again, the past returns, wielding a sharpened axe. Eisner-winning writer James Tynion IV and acclaimed artist Joshua Hickson unite for a pitch-black holiday horror story.
Tynion. give him a Christmas book, give him an Easter book, give him any anytime. James Tynion killing it.
And his books get the best covers.
I don't know if I know anything about the did you say his books get the best covers?
Yeah.
That's a creepy.
Yeah.
It's a creepy.
There's some creepy variants.
I don't know if I know the artist at all. Josh Hickson?
Don't. I didn't read The Plot or Children of the Woods, which is what it's connecting to.
What's it's connecting to? I get it.
Like in the synopsis.
Yeah, in the synopsis. Yeah, I'm interested. I love that these guys, you can put the same name on every single comic, but, the art is also so important. So, that if Tynion's bringing him in as the artist, he's going to, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
And that cover really is creepy as hell.
Yeah. But I'm trying to
Tynion,
see.
Man, spooky season forever.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what else he's done. It's showing Barbaric, but I think it's just variant covers that he's done.
Yeah.
And he was in Razor Blades, which is James Tynion's. So that makes sense.
I gotta look on. Yeah, it looks like a lot of different variants.
Yeah.
Other than Shanghai Red from 2018. Either way, I'll definitely check him out too.
Yeah,
because this seems like a fun. It's not Christmas yet, but whatever.
No, but we also have a very exciting number 1. Superior Spider-Man
number 1. So, a Superior Reckoning. Spider-Man faces a new villain from his superior past. As she fries New York with all the power of a living star, Doc Ock makes a life-changing discovery. Mark Bagley and Dan Slott continue their Spider-Man run with this 10th anniversary celebration of everything that made Spider-Man superior.
It's been 10 years.
It's been 10 years.
10 years.
10
since
years.
The superior Spider-Man.
The Superior Spider-Man changed the game for me. It was such a fresh story. And so, they did such a good job with it. And the fact that it's coming back, obviously, I've said on probably 2 or 3 of these episodes in the last couple of months, so pumped for it. And, just Dan Slott writing this character again. Mark Bagley's back. I'm sure Stegman will be back at some point, too. They can bring back the same creative team because all of them are still doing it, I'm so excited for this one. I haven't even looked at variants, Tommy. What? No, there's not that many.
There's not that many.
All right, that's fine. But yeah, no. And Mark Bagley is just so good.
Yeah.
His Spider-Man is awesome. I'm so pumped. The one shot was pretty sweet too. Leading into this, so it's kind of going to be fun to see how they're able to tie Doc Ock's Superior Spider-Man back into what's happening now, because that's what they've said.
Yeah,
that's kind of like it's consequences showing up all this time later. So I'm interested to see what they're able to do.
The Ramos variant's pretty good.
Let me see. Oh yeah, with Doc Ock in the eye. Yeah.
But so
that's just a straightforward one too. That's not even a ratio.
Yeah. Does it bother you when they put the Marvel movies at the top of the comics?
Yes. So much. So much. Like,
nothing against the Marvels. I'm sure it's fine. But
yeah, I'm sure it's a fine movie. And like,
does it need to be on the top of the cover? Like it can be the whole back. Put it as a
big splash page
on the back.
You know, make it. Yeah.
Yeah. Fill the entire back.
Yeah. Dude, the whole centerfold. Just open up to a Marvel's ad.
Not on the cover.
No, I agree. I think it just kind of kills the cover for me.
I mean, I get it's kind of cool because then it's like years from now you'd be like, oh yeah, this came out when that movie came out. But are you really gonna? I don't know.
I don't know because I get the same reaction when like I open a comic from like 2006 and there's like a milk advertisement with Tom Brady, you know, and I'm like, oh, look at that, it was Tom Brady back then, you know, like
yeah.
You know, so it's like it doesn't have to be on the cover for me to be like, oh yeah, that was when that happened.
Yeah.
But I mean, that being said, I mean, go see the Marvels, man. It says it on the Superior Spider-Man cover. And if it was anything as good as the hype has said it's going to be, then like it's pretty dope. If you haven't, though, guys, now that we're talking Marvel, if you have not watched Loki season 2,
I didn't finish
the finale is fantastic. It's like some of my favorite, probably one of my favorite episodes of all the Marvel shows. It is fantastic. So that came out, and then they said that and the Marvels together are going to basically usher in the changes for the MCU.
Oh, Loki and the Marvels.
Loki and the Marvels together are going to show us what, you know, I'd assume the Marvels is going to have some sort of drop of these acquired rights that they haven't gotten to use yet, like mutants or something like that.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
It's been long enough. Yeah. They bought Fox years ago. It's time.
It's time.
Give us like, what I really want is one of these movies, Fantastic Four, to just like come out fully fleshed out. You know, like I'm talking no origin. Just like they come through, they're like, oh yeah, no, and then it's fine. Like we all understand. But
it's not gonna happen.
That's just me.
It's not gonna happen. There's not gonna be the Fantastic Four cannot be a good movie.
The director worked on Always Sunny, and he said that his time on Always Sunny is influencing this movie. So I'm thinking like,
okay, if they take
it kind of like that, but like, yeah, what's it gonna be like? The gang fights Galactus.
Yeah, like, the funny part about It's Always Sunny is it's about a bunch of people, just average people. The Fantastic Four are not average people. So either
they're fantastic.
They're fantastic people. So I mean, that was really cringy. It's just, I don't know.
Sometimes you got to be cringy. It's fine.
I guess maybe if they just like go for cringe and like are super fantastic.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. I do think it'll be good. Especially
like if they
with
play
all the
into
stuff.
that they are a joke kind of a thing.
I mean, in all reality, though, like especially with everything going on with Jonathan Major, though, and the fact that they have to go away from him as Kang, probably. If they're gonna go the Doom route, which is what everyone's talking about, like the Fantastic Four kind of has to be a good movie.
Yeah, it does.
It kind of has to be, otherwise, like,
because that's what you're pushing it off from.
Yeah, like we don't know if Jonathan Majors is guilty yet, but all signs are kind of pointing towards like he definitely choked his girlfriend. So it's like they're gonna have to make the Fantastic Four good. Yeah. Like it's gonna have to be in order to make that switch. So I'm definitely interested in seeing that. But last thing I wanted to talk about 'Cause I got my hands on
Hey.
awesome pieces of an old Spider-Man collection. So I ended up getting issue 4. Now I've got 4 and 9 of the top 10. And then I got 39. So first Romita Senior cover. And then
a Goblin cover.
And a Goblin cover, which that's my thing. Then I got the first Rhino.
That's sick. That's a cool cover.
And the first Shocker.
Gotta love it, yeah.
Now, obviously, Tommy, you know this already, but to all you listeners, they had an issue 15, so the first appearance of Kraven, and some kid just like drew eyes on it. Was like, Steve Ditko doesn't know what he's doing. Like, let me put some eyeballs in Spider-Man's mask. And I couldn't buy it. I couldn't buy it. Like, it was like one thing I could not get past.
Yeah.
Even though I wanted that issue so bad. And it sold immediately after I left. It was like 20 minutes after I left the store. It was gone. So, I mean, good for whoever, but like, that's one of my things I can't get behind. So
yeah, and that's
fair. You guys, if you have like what's your pet peeve with old comic book collectors? Mine is kids drawing on it and coupons being cut out,
and
like,
names.
I have an issue,
names being written on it.
Yeah.
Or
I have an issue
stickers.
40. I don't like stamps. I really don't like anything on the cover generally. Like, that's just it. But the coupons thing for me is like the one issue 40 I have is missing the toy soldiers thing. And I'm like, I get it. Kids back in the 60s needed more toy soldiers.
Yeah.
They needed more toy soldiers. But like, come on, kid. like, just take the coupon to them. Let them exit out or something. Like,
let them take a pictures and send it over Snapchat.
Oh, well, if only the 60s knew about Snapchat, it would be wildly
blow their mind. Cool. Yeah, those are very exciting pieces. Those are some cool covers.
I mean, yeah. Phantom of the Attic's been great with it's raining old comics at the store. Like, raining them. But
yeah,
no,
people are looking for old books. With the way the economy things are, people are letting go of stuff for non-optimal prices. So if there's a book you've been looking for that's been out of your price range and you can afford it sustainably, go take a look on eBay. Start watching eBay. See what pops up.
And check with your local stores too. They're always buying.
Yeah, tell them you're looking for a certain book, and if it comes in, to give you a call. Sad and exciting. Sad for the people that have to give it up, but exciting for the people that can pick it up. What?
Fortuitous.
That's a big word. Is that what that means?
Well, I guess it's like the act of being fortunate.
Ah. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. Put it in the comments. Am I wrong?
Cool. All right, well, let's wrap this up. We're rambling until this week's comics are last week's comics, and next week's comics are this week's comics, where we're talking about that week's comics top 5. We'll catch you guys later.
See ya.